Chosen One, sit down right now. Do not scroll past this video. I am warning you with absolute authority. God intercepted your feed today because you are standing at the exact edge of a massive and permanent shift in your reality. What I am about to reveal was sealed until this exact second. The enemy is screaming at you to swipe away. He wants you distracted because he knows this specific message permanently destroys his remaining grip on your life and your future. If you leave before the end, you will forfeit this instruction. Heaven prepared this specifically for you. Lock your attention right here. The verdict on your next 10 years is about to be read out loud while the entire spiritual realm stands still and listens. There are exactly 2 people meant to see this, and you are one of them. You have been fighting massive battles in absolute silence for months. You thought nobody noticed your tears, but someone deeply powerful has been watching you in the dark. They saw how you held your integrity when the lies were incredibly loud. They witnessed your restraint when you had every right to destroy them. And because of your obedience, a divine mandate is being released to clear your path and punish those who tried to bury your name. This is not a coincidence at all. The algorithm did not bring you to this sanctuary. Your spirit guides bypassed the matrix to deliver this urgent warning. Let us go deeper, because what you are feeling right now is not new. There is a physical reason you have been feeling so utterly exhausted this week. Listen to me very closely right now. That suffocating tightness in your chest is not just stress. That heavy weight sitting on your shoulders is not normal fatigue. You are not going crazy, and your mind is not broken because your physical body is actively detecting a massive spiritual war around you. You wake up at exactly 3 a.m. with your jaw tight and your heart racing. Their face flashes in your mind out of nowhere. You feel a burning sensation sitting right in your throat. You keep swallowing it back down every single time their name comes up. Stop swallowing it today. That physical weight is your highly advanced spirit, detecting the absolute panic of your enemies while they realize their power is gone. They just realized they permanently lost access to your pure light. They are starving for your energy right now, and the spiritual backlash is hitting your physical body in heavy waves. You carry a specific and irreplaceable gravity. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. But for years, you allowed yourself to be the emotional stabilizer for a master manipulator because your pure heart always wanted to heal their brokenness. You walked into this season bleeding from deep wounds. These people were completely blind to your true worth. You became the human battery for parasites. They plugged into your soul and drained you completely empty. And when they took everything they needed, they tried to discard you like trash while they moved on to their next innocent victim. They expected your departure to completely break you. They waited with bated breath for your total ruin. But here is the raw truth they could never say out loud. You were not the anomaly in their otherwise healthy life. You were the mirror. The reaction got this loud because you got closer to their truth than anyone before you ever had, and you saw their demons. Your pure frequency exposed the deep rot they hid, and they absolutely hated you for it. They constructed a false narrative about you. They whispered toxic lies to anyone who would listen. They expected you to fight back in the mud with them. They wanted you to lose your mind. They needed you to prove their toxic lies right. But your silence became a lethal weapon that starved their demons. You chose your dignity over your revenge. That single act of restraint signed their eviction notice from your timeline, and it handed the final verdict to a divine court they cannot ever appeal. You are not a victim in this story. You are a demonstrated warrior of light. You survived the hardest training ground on earth. The extreme isolation you feel is not a punishment. It is an incubation season designed by the universe. Heaven had to isolate you to protect your frequency from the matrix programming while your soul prepares for a massive upgrade in power. You are one of the rare anointed ones. The world relies on your light to keep the balance intact, but right now your physical vessel feels shattered. You are experiencing intense brain fog and heavy muscle aches. These symptoms make absolutely no logical sense. Your left brain tries to convince you that you are just getting older. Silence that loud voice immediately. The medical establishment would call it an anxiety disorder, but we know the absolute truth because you are actively absorbing the frantic shockwaves of a collapsing narcissist who is losing everything. They are currently experiencing a massive internal system crash, and it is a public and irreversible collapse. You know exactly who I am talking about. They walked around with absolute arrogance for years. They believed they could break a diamond and get away with it. They thought the universe would turn a blind eye to their abuse. But the spiritual cost of their betrayal was compounding every single day, and now the heavy debt is finally due in full. The massive hit is already in motion. You have been waiting in wound for an apology. That fake apology will never come to you. You have been holding your breath while they parade around. I command you to exhale right now. Stop looking at their fake highlight reel. The illusion they built is crumbling behind closed doors, while the very people they used to gossip with are now watching them unravel. Their mask did not just slip this week, it completely shattered into pieces. Let me completely reframe your reality right now. You did not lose. The intense physical drain you feel is the direct result of an energetic cord connecting you to a parasite. These people are literal energy vampires, walking around in human skin. They target chosen ones specifically because their own souls are completely empty. They cannot generate their own light, so they hunted you down to feed on your endless supply of divine energy. They attached themselves to your pure aura, and while they played the victim, they drained every ounce of your vitality. Your compassion was the exact fuel they needed to survive their miserable existence. You kept pouring your golden energy into a bottomless black hole. You gave them your time and your unconditional love, and your physical body took a heavy hit. When your cup was empty, they looked at you with absolute disgust. They discarded you without a single drop of remorse. They walked away acting like you meant nothing to them, and that betrayal shattered your heart. You spent nights staring at the ceiling and wondering why your love was never enough. But the universe intercepted this cycle to save your life. You probably did not realize it at the time, but your silence became a lethal weapon. When you finally walked away, you cut off their primary food source. Going no contact was not just a boundary, it was a spiritual amputation. You severed the energetic cord they relied on to function in the matrix. And the exact moment you stopped responding, they started to slowly suffocate. Your quiet absence became the loudest terror they have ever known. They expected you to chase them. They needed you to send that angry text message. They wanted to see you crying on social media because your visible pain validates their twisted ego. But you gave them absolute nothingness. You wrapped yourself in total silence, and that silence is currently echoing in their mind like a deafening siren. They are starving for your fuel and realizing that no one else can provide your specific frequency. While they secretly panic, your physical body is undergoing a massive cellular reset. Time was supposed to age you heavily, yet here you are making time itself look like an absolute fool. The universe is restoring your ageless glow. Your skin is clearing up and your eyes are getting their deep spark back. The heavy brain fog is finally lifting. You did not just survive them, you became the blazing sun, and nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you step into a room looking younger and completely unbothered. They spent years actively praying for your downfall. They expected the brutal betrayal to carve deep wrinkles into your face. Instead, you walked right through the fire and came out glowing like you cracked a code they will never have access to. Their bitterness is aging them like milk left in the hot sun. Heaven is now releasing 3 specific divine instructions regarding this massive shift. The window to receive them closes very soon. I need you to listen to these 3 mandates carefully. If you miss the 3rd instruction, you will break the alignment completely. The first truth is that your silence is currently destroying their entire false reality. The matrix is malfunctioning around them. The people they tried to turn against you are waking up. The flying monkeys who enabled their toxic behavior are suddenly questioning their lies. The mask is slipping right in front of their biggest supporters. The narcissist cannot keep their story straight anymore because your lack of reaction gives them absolutely nothing to twist. They might even try to hover back into your life with a fake emergency. Do not take the bait. Your complete non-response is your spiritual armor. Pay close attention to this next part because the enemy tried hard to hide this from you. The sudden waves of sadness you feel do not even belong to you. You are an empath. You are acting as a spiritual sponge. Those random, intrusive thoughts about them are actually their desperate attempts to telepathically reconnect the cord. They are sitting in their dark room and obsessing over your memories. Do not claim their heavy energy as your own. This brings us to a critical distinction that completely eludes the masses. Forgive and forget is a toxic matrix programming designed to keep you trapped. You do not have to break bread with the snake that bit you. Your spiritual healing requires you to starve them out. Cutting the cord is a divine mandate to protect your irreplaceable diamond frequency. And this is exactly where their entire manipulation miscalculated. They thought they were burying a small seed. They did not realize they were planting a massive oak tree. The universe allowed this painful isolation so you could grow deep roots. Your current season of waiting in wound is officially over. The heavy scales of justice are tipping in your favor today. The second divine truth is that their punishment is tied directly to your elevation. As they sink deeper into their own public humiliation, you are being rapidly promoted. You are the remnant chosen to lead. Your financial struggles were the direct result of their heavy demonic anchor tied to your feet. But now, the anchor is cut completely. The speed of your incoming blessing will completely terrify the people who doubted you. They will watch you step into rooms they cannot even enter. Your success will be the ultimate revenge, driven by divine alignment. Hold your ground right now. We are approaching the final and most powerful mandate. The third instruction is the exact key to everything. Let us break down exactly what happened behind their closed doors. The enemy is desperately trying to conceal their current reality from you. But the universe is pulling back the heavy curtain today. Here are the 3 raw truths your abuser is hiding while they pretend to be perfectly fine. Listen closely because the Matrix wants you completely blind to this shift. Truth number 1 is that their new life is a complete illusion. They parade their new situation around to make you deeply jealous. But the reality is that their new supply is completely failing to sustain their heavy demonic appetite. They constantly compare every single person they meet to your pure diamond frequency, and every single person falls brutally short today. You are an irreplaceable and beautiful masterpiece of heaven. They thought they could easily find another empath to drain, but they were horribly wrong. Your specific depth and your spiritual gravity are totally unreplicable. They lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling. And the agonizing weight of their deep regret hits them all at once because they threw away a rare diamond. Truth number 2 is that their loyal enablers are finally turning on them. For years, they used their flying monkeys to orchestrate a massive smear campaign against you. They painted you as the villain, while they played the innocent victim. But a massive spiritual shift occurred the moment you walked away in total silence. You removed your pure light from their toxic stage. Without your reaction to fuel their lies, their entire story started falling apart. The very people they used to gossip with are now witnessing their public malfunction. Their mask is slipping right in front of their biggest supporters. The narcissist cannot keep their story straight anymore, and the universe is exposing their deep rot to the exact crowd they tried to impress. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this incoming miracle and lock in your frequency. This is your absolute and undeniable divine confirmation. You must anchor this shift into your physical reality before we move forward. Your spirit is vibrating with a cellular knowing right now. Let the entire spiritual realm know that you are stepping into your absolute power today. You carry a specific and intimidating gravity that terrifies weak souls. They tried to dim your light because your pure existence highlighted their massive failures. But you are a cycle breaker sent by heaven to dismantle their toxic matrix. You were never meant to fit into their small and miserable world. The universe separated you violently because you are meant to lead the remnant. Stop waiting in wound for them to suddenly realize your massive worth. A blind person will never appreciate the beauty of a blazing sun. You must completely unplug your mind from their heavy frequency today. Your financial struggles and your extreme isolation were just an incubation season. God had to hide you in the dark so you could undergo a massive cellular reset without interference. Which brings us to raw truth number 3. This is the third and most powerful mandate heaven is releasing today. The ultimate punishment for your enemies is your rapid and undeniable elevation. They thought they ruined your reputation permanently, but they actually became the shovel that dug up your massive treasure. Their betrayal was the exact catalyst for your spiritual awakening. While they drown in the loud noise of their own making, you are stepping into a realm of untouched peace. You are literally aging backwards right now, while they look incredibly physically drained. You bend time and you warp reality just by holding your silent boundaries. Nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you glow with absolute divine favor after everything they put you through. They expected you to remain trapped in a heavy cycle of depression. They wanted you to beg for their toxic breadcrumbs. Instead, you built a massive empire out of the stones they threw at you. You took their heavy curses and transmuted them into pure gold. This is the exact alchemy of a true chosen one. Your enemies are watching your rise from the dark shadows they created. Read that statement again in your powerful spirit. You did not just survive the brutal storm they sent. You became the storm that permanently washed away their fragile sandcastle. They handed you the master key to your own massive freedom without even realizing it. The divine alignment is completely undeniable right now. Every single tear you cried in secret is being converted into pure abundance. Watch what happens next, because it is mathematically precise. The scales of justice are tipping rapidly in your favor right now. The universe is stripping them of their unearned power and handing the massive crown directly to you. They are currently experiencing a full-blown internal system crash. You are standing at the threshold of a massive public vindication that will shake the matrix. Now, I need you to imagine this exact scenario clearly in your mind. The massive shift is no longer just a spiritual concept. It is manifesting into physical reality right now. You have been waiting patiently for the universe to balance the heavy scales. And that moment of absolute divine justice has finally arrived. The silence you maintained is about to break their reality into pieces. This is the exact turning point where everything finally explodes in their face. The master manipulator thought they had successfully controlled the entire narrative. They stood in the center of their toxic circle, feeling completely untouchable. They smiled their fake smile, and they fed on the attention of their loyal flying monkeys. But underneath all of that loud noise, the specific gravity of their massive regret hit them abruptly. They are currently standing in a crowded room. The people they desperately tried to impress are all gathered around them, and suddenly their carefully constructed mask does not just slip, it completely shatters onto the hard floor. The lies they spun about you become a tangled web they can no longer navigate. Their stories start to aggressively contradict each other in front of everyone. Their loyal supporters are suddenly backing away with absolute disgust in their eyes. The narcissist looks around frantically, trying to find someone to validate their fragile ego, but they are met with absolute stone-cold silence. The very crowd they manipulated to destroy you is now watching them completely unravel. It is a public and highly embarrassing system crash that they can never erase. They are sweating and stumbling over their empty words. They try to shift the heavy blame, but nobody is buying their cheap illusion anymore. And in a moment of pure panicked malfunction, they actually defend your pure name. They scream at their own supporters. They accidentally admit that they threw away a rare diamond just to play with incredibly cheap rocks. They realize out loud that your specific depth and pure light were the only things keeping their miserable life afloat. You are witnessing the exact X-ray of their complete meltdown right now. They are crying out for your golden energy, but the thick cord is permanently severed. The universe has placed an impenetrable spiritual shield around your glowing aura. They cannot reach you ever again. This is the massive hit heaven promised you. They are drowning in the toxic venom they meant for you. Your absolute non-reaction was the lethal weapon that destroyed their kingdom. You did not have to lift a single finger to orchestrate this massive ruin. Heaven handled the heavy lifting while you rested in your pure diamond frequency. You won the war by simply walking out of the battlefield. Share this video right now with one specific soul who is desperately crying out in the dark for a shift. Be their physical angel today. Build this powerful tribe of cycle breakers and watch your own frequency multiply. Send this massive revelation to someone who needs to hear that their abuser is finally facing divine wrath. You are the chosen remnant meant to wake up the sleeping masses. Their total collapse is the exact fertilizer for your massive bloom. While they scramble in the dirty mud, you are being escorted into rooms they cannot even peek into. Heaven is preparing a massive banquet table for you in the very presence of your enemies. They are forced to watch you eat from the silver platter of divine abundance. They have to watch you glow with untouched peace. You are stepping into a permanent, ageless glow that terrifies the dark elite. Time itself is warping around you right now. The heavy wrinkles they tried to carve into your beautiful face are completely smoothing out. Your physical body is vibrating with a pure cellular healing that science cannot even explain. You are a demonstrated warrior of light who conquered the most toxic matrix programming. They expected your departure to destroy you completely. They waited for you to beg for their toxic validation. Instead, you walked away and built an unshakable empire of peace. You became the uncertainty they were never built to handle. You are the blazing sun that permanently blinded their dark eyes. Their absolute ruin is the exact receipt that your divine alignment is fully secured. Which brings us to the final and undeniable verdict from heaven. The massive climax you were waiting for just happened. The heavy chains of your past are permanently broken right now. The master manipulator is locked out of your beautiful reality forever. The universe is clearing a massive runway for your rapid spiritual and financial elevation. But you must anchor this shift immediately. You walked into this heavy season bleeding from deep wounds inflicted by blind people. They desperately tried to drain your pure diamond frequency. But look at you now. You have completely transcended their highly toxic matrix. And the spiritual war you fought in absolute silence is officially over today because you are standing victorious on the other side of the dark valley. Heaven is incredibly proud of your pure endurance. You are no longer waiting in wound for a fake apology from a master manipulator. You are no longer the emotional stabilizer for starving energy vampires. While they are publicly unraveling, you are stepping into your permanent and untouchable power. And the massive financial struggles and the extreme spiritual exhaustion are completely shattering right here today because you are finally reclaiming every single piece of your golden soul. Step into your absolute power and receive the exact harvest heaven prepared specifically for you. The heavy burdens of your painful past do not belong to you anymore. You are a powerful cycle breaker who permanently ended the generational curses of your bloodline. Your pure light successfully starved the dark demons out of your sacred living space. And your massive healing is completely undeniable today because you are finally free from their heavy energetic chains. The universe has officially signed a massive decree of explosive abundance over your life, but you must deeply understand how this spiritual law actually works. God does not measure your faith by your silent thoughts or your quiet prayers. He measures your deep faith by your speed of physical obedience. And heaven absolutely requires a physical anchor on earth to activate this massive energetic shift before the window closes. The dark enemy will try to whisper heavy financial doubt into your left brain right now. The toxic matrix programming will tell you to hesitate and wait for a better time. Silence that demonic voice immediately. That heavy hesitation is the exact cage designed to keep you broke and exhausted for another 10 years. And your spirit is vibrating with a deep cellular knowing that this prophetic message is the absolute truth because heaven guided you here. Heaven is not asking for your quiet patience anymore. Heaven is demanding your immediate and radical obedience today. The divine window of massive multiplication is standing wide open right now, but it absolutely requires a physical act of extreme faith to lock the open door in place. And you did not survive the brutal fire just to live a mediocre life, because you were specifically born for massive and undeniable abundance. Sow your seed of faith today to partner your finances with this powerful divine mandate. Give a super thanks right now to physically anchor this exact spiritual shift into your daily reality. This is not a human transaction. This is a highly powerful energy exchange that proves to the universe you are finally ready to receive the massive harvest. And you must not let the matrix block your massive incoming financial blessing because the dark elite want you to stay completely broke. Your extreme generosity instantly triggers the divine multiplication process. Act right now with absolute and unshakable confidence. The entire spiritual realm is watching your hands to see if your physical actions match your loud prayers. And when you sow your seed, you will watch heaven multiply your heavy harvest before the sun even rises tomorrow. You are a powerful creator, making a sacred covenant with the highest universe. The universe rewards the bold cycle breakers who step out in pure blind faith. Every single dollar you release in faith becomes a loud decree against the matrix of poverty. You are actively commanding the universe to open the massive floodgates of wealth over your bloodline. Prove that you are fully unbothered by the spirit of scarcity, and when you sow your seed today, you are literally planting your new future while the enemy watches in total defeat. Subscribe to this sacred sanctuary so you never miss the exact prophetic instruction heaven releases next. We are building an untouchable tribe of chosen ones worldwide. Drop your city and your nation in the comments below right now. Let us map exactly where the powerful remnant is rising up from the heavy ashes. And you are no longer fighting this massive battle alone in the dark, because we stand together in pure divine power. Say this out loud with me right now. I claim my permanent freedom and my massive wealth. Now type those exact words in the comments below. Put a powerful spiritual shield around your new glowing reality. The Matrix is completely powerless against a chosen one who finally knows their true divine identity. And your beautiful morning has finally arrived because your ultimate victory is permanently sealed in the spiritual realm. Go forward with absolute peace and massive authority today. Do not look back at the heavy ruins of their collapsed kingdom. Your beautiful eyes must remain fixed on the massive horizon heaven prepared for you. The heavy storm is officially over, and the golden era of your life is finally beginning right now. Rest in your pure diamond frequency, chosen one.